Bernard and Peter from New Order.
Hi.
How are you?
Tired, thanks.
Tired?
Yeah.
The tour in support of Lowlife now is just kicking off, I guess. You're what, 3 dates into the tour?
Yeah, we've played once in New York, once in Boston, and tonight will be the third day. Then we go back into the States after the gig tonight.
Good enough. And it seems that America has opened up their arms to you ever since the association, I guess, with Arthur Baker and the whole Blue Monday confusion thing. Is the reception down there really good now?
We've always done quite well in America, even before that. We've always been able to play and tour. It's never been a problem for us. But the thing is now is that the records are getting distributed better. Rough Trade did quite well in the beginning, but now that Quest have taken it over, and because of Arthur Baker and Streetwise, it's just giving you that little bit more of a push, which makes it easier for us to play.
See, what was happening, say, when Blue Monday came out was that a lot of DJs could get Blue Monday in clubs, but the actual people who went to the clubs couldn't get it, so it's quite a ridiculous situation, really.
Blue Monday, that's the, actually that was the first time, I guess, someone had to perform live on Top of the Pops, eh?
I think Iron Maiden did it once, and they said after that they wouldn't do it again.
Jimi Hendrix did it, Jimi Hendrix.
Well, they asked us 4 times to go on Top of the Pops, and we said we'd go on if we could do it live. And the first 3 times they said no, but when it went back in, they more or less had to say yes.
So they did it, and it was rock.
No, we got.
I mean, they were quite helpful, but it just didn't come off. It just didn't have the experience either of us, really. I mean, like Thieves Like Us, when we did that, was a lot better. When we played live, did Thieves Like Us was a lot better than when we did Blue Monday.
Thieves Like Us was, well, your first association with Arthur Baker was Blue Monday, was it?
No,
it wasn't.
Confusion.
Confusion came before that.
No, it came after Blue Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blue Monday, Confusion, and Thieves Like Us.
Thieves Like Us was an idea for a song we got when we did Confusion with Arthur. And when we took it home, we just sort of polished it off, so to speak, and it became the next single. But it had less to do with Arthur and more to do with us, whereas Confusion was more to do with Arthur, less to do with us.
All right, first we're going to take a look at Everything Gone Green, so we're going to go back in time before we step forward. New Order on Muchmusic, Everything's Gone Green. New Order, Everything Going Green on Muchmusic, and I'm here with Bernard and Peter, respectively, of New Order. And does that bring back memories, saying that at all?
Yeah, haircuts. It's amazing how your haircuts change. That's the thing these videos are really good for, seeing what your hair was like 4 years ago.
Okay, fashion and style, very important, very important.
Did you have any personal stylists in them days?
I see. Do you have one? Have one now?
Yeah, our road manager, Terry, he sorts out all our clothes and haircuts and things like that.
Got to keep, I mean, hey, you have to compete with Duran Duran, you know that, right? Okay, you're in North America now.
He used to actually work for Duran Duran, but he left because they weren't good enough for him.
And now he's living a better life.
Oh, yeah.
A low life, as they say.
He's turned to Christ now, I think.
Now, the new album, Low Life, on a more serious note, the new album, it's, well, what, it took two and a half years since Power, Corruption, and Lies?
Well, the LP didn't take that long. The LP only took about... It took us 6 weeks to write the songs, and 6 weeks to record and mix them. It's just that we were so busy up to that period. I mean, like, we've been doing a lot of producing, which is very time-consuming. Also a lot of playing, and we never really got around to writing.
Well, now, Low Life, a lot of people, like you were telling me, feel that, especially in the press and the media, find that Low Life is a much better album than Power, Corruption, and Lies. Why is that?
Well, it's like I was saying, I don't know. I mean, I think it sounds better, but I think that's just because we've got better at twiddling our knobs on the old mixing desk.
Better at production.
Yeah, so to speak.
But Power, Corruption, and Lies
that shows most. Whereas Power, Corruption, and Lies was still us finding our way around it.
It was very rough. It was very raw, especially things like The Age of Consent.
Yeah, ultra-violence and things like that. I thought they were really good, because when we went in, we thought they were going to be very sort of synth and drum machine, because we'd just got them. But the way it turned out was we kept on replacing all the electronic stuff with acoustic stuff, which a lot of people don't realise, which is, I don't know whether that's good or bad or what.
You know, it almost had a live feel to it, really. Yeah.
Well, all the tracks that we could possibly do live were done live. It's the same with Low Life.
See, when we're doing LP, a lot of times we go in and we've not actually got finished songs, we've got just very rough ideas, and we've got to finish them in the studio. Like, we're just going with a drum line, and either bass line or a synthesizer line, and we'll write the rest of the song in the studio. So when you put it down on record, that's the first time that you've ever recorded it, so it tends to be quite fresh because of that, I think. You know.
There was, even better than saying anything else, let's just look at Love Will Tear Us Apart on Muchmusic in stereo. And that was Joy Division. I'm in the studio with Bernard and Peter from New Order, and brings back lots of great memories for me saying that, and I'm sure tons for you.
One door opens, another closes.
Yes, and things just keep changing, and with Lowlife, things have gone so much further, I guess, for you in terms of the production, as we were mentioning before. Love Vigilantes is a personal favorite of mine off the LP, and it has to me, it has the energy of Power, Corruption, and Lives, and just a bit of change. I mean, there's a harmonica in it and everything. It seems like you're having a really good time.
It's a bit of a redneck song, really.
Yeah, well, that's a bit.
It's a country song. Yeah, it's just...
That was one of those songs that came about like that. So a lot of the time, like, Perfect Kiss took us about 8 months to write, and whereas with that one, we kind of wrote it in about 45 minutes, which is quite a good contrast for us. It just went like that, bang, and we thought, hey, that's really good, dead simple, dead straightforward.
It's really simple, so we wanted to arrange it like an old 60s song as well. Well, a lot of the LP, there's nothing flash about it, you know, there's no wild edits or anything flashy on it, or sound effects. You know, it's very simple and straightforward, like, so the whole LP relies basically just on the songs and not trying to, you know, impress anybody with the production. It's just the songs. So it's like
a step back and a step forward, if you like.
If you like. The video, too, is quite interesting because it's just clips. It's just sort of frozen moments in time. It's not, you don't really get to see the whole band playing at once.
Well, the idea for the video was Jonathan's, really. Jonathan Dennis. He was a bit fed up with the way that people were using videos just to, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Sales promotion.
Yeah. And his idea was that he was more interested in the way that people played and concentrated and, you know,
we wanted to do
their instruments.
So that the video looked more like a film and less like a sales pitch for the group, you know.
It's more a document of what you did, which was why a lot of people don't like it, I think. It's too straightforward and too simple, and also I think that a lot of people don't like watching videos now unless they move like that.
Right, unless they're all cut up.
Yeah, loads of girls and everything.
Right. Well, let's take a look at the original thing, and I want to thank you for stopping by. Peter Huck. All right, nice to meet you very much, and take care of yourself, and come back and do some other dates in Canada, because there are a lot of people who want to see you.
Our American agent, you see, keeps putting Canada second, you have to remember that.
Well, but you have to understand, you're back in Canada now, and this is where you can get a breath of fresh air and enjoy yourself.
We wanted to do it.
All right, well, we'll just sort of work on it. We'll figure it out, but right now, let's take a look at Perfect Kiss. Thanks for stopping by. New Order on Muchmusic, the nation's music station. Perfect Kiss. Be perfect.
Excuse me, sir.